Good morning, hello, and welcome to the This Date in History. The Omni Coalition News Show is later today. This Date in History, aka TDH, this show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website honestday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today in the live studio audience we have the Muffin Man. Long time no see. It's been a while. Glad to have him back. He is a member of this community. Whether or not he's here, he's always one of us. Anyway, today is Freya's Day, aka Friday, July 7th, 2023. So let's jump into the history today, shall we? We're going to start off in 1124. Tyrus surrendered to the Crusaders. Alright. We also have in 1438, King Charles VII issued the Pragmatic Sanction of Bourges, stating that a general church council with superior power to the Pope must be held every 10 years. Huh. That's interesting. Superior power to the Pope. I always thought the only one above the Pope himself was God. And of course Jesus, but and all that stuff. But anyway, 1456, a retrial verdict acquitted Joan of Arc of heresy 25 years after her death. Well, that helps her out, doesn't it? Let's see here. We also have in 1495, King Ferdinand II returned to Naples. Okay. 1498, Emperor Maximilian I established a choir of Imperial Chapel. Cool. Chapels need choirs. So, 1520, Battle of Otumba in Mexico, Hernan Cortez and the Tlaxcalans defeated a numerically superior Aztec force. Yep, because technology, they were fighting with spears and stuff, and the Spaniards had guns. And a little thing I saw while just scrolling through the Omni Coalition's Twitter the other day was that apparently the natives. There's archaeological evidence that Native Americans had a battle with the Vikings and they sent the Vikings packing, never to return. And I made a comment because the Vikings didn't have guns. It took the Europeans to have guns, and that's the only thing, because without the superior technology, the natives would have kicked our teeth in like they did beforehand with the Norse. Anyway, moving on up to 1534, European colonization of the Americas. First known exchange between Europeans and natives of the Gulf of St. Lawrence in New Brunswick. Well, speaking of what I was just talking about, natives, look at that. We also have, while that was going on, we have the first active trade between the French and Amerindians. What is that? With Jacques Cartier trades items with Micmacs at Chaleur Bay. I've never heard of this word. What is this? Let me look this up. Is this like a predecessor to Americans? Amerindian. Oh, they're indigenous people of the Americas as the descendants of the inhabitants of the Americas who occupied the Western Hemisphere before arrival of European settlers. So it is a predecessor word towards Native Americans. That's interesting. I'm going to add that to the underbar of the description after the live stream, of course. If anybody's interested in further reading on this subject matter, the Wikipedia will be there. But let's see here. Let's move on up here. What else? 1550. Traditional date chocolate thought to have been introduced to Europe. All right. So before that, people were not chocoholics. And then after that, everybody was chocoholics. So, if somebody's not a chocoholic, you can't trust them. That's just how it is. We also have an event of interest in 1668. Isaac Newton received M.A. from Trinity College, Cambridge. So Master's Associates? Is that what is it? Is it Master's degree? What is M.A.?
M.A.?
Yeah, an M.A. M.A.
Probably
degree.
Double degree?
Hold on a second.
I'm not sure.
An MA degree is a graduate degree that offers an education in fields such as the arts, humanities, and social science. Oh, Master of Arts, MA. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's how we figured it. I thought you would have known because, you recently graduated college, right? Or you took a couple courses or something, like a year ago or whatever.
I took a course 2 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what else do we have here? 1753, British Parliament granted Jews citizenship. Okay, good. So, 1754, King's College in New York City opened, later renamed Columbia College. So if anybody goes there, happy birthday to that college. Let's see here. Another event of interest here in 1801, Toussaint Louverture declared Haitian independence. All right. And in 1802, the first comic book, The Wasp, was published in Hudson, New York, criticizing Republican politicians. All right, so that's the first ever comic book. Hold on, let me double check this. First ever comic book. What was the first comic book? 1897. Okay, but that's X-Men. So I guess this is back before comics became entertainment. It's more of a political commentary. So. Then we have Napoleon meets the Tsar in 1807. French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte and Russian Tsar Alexander I met on a raft in the middle of the Niemen River and signed the first Treaty of Tilsit. All right, and Napoleon. So, what else do we have here? 1863. Orders barring Jews from serving under U.S. General Ulysses S. Grant are revoked. Dang, Grant. That's not cool. So, we have the execution of Lincoln's assassins in 1865. Mary Surratt, Lewis Powell, David Harold, and George Atzerodt are executed for their role in the conspiracy to assassinate U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. Yikes. I still believe it was the feds themselves that offed him because he was trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Actually, no, that was before the Federal Reserve. Sorry, my bad. There's more at play than just John Wilkes Booth, is what I'm saying. But in 1875, Jesse James robbed a train in Otterville, Missouri. All right. And I know I'm going, let's see here, because there's a lot of history between the highlighted ones that I'm skipping over. Like, in this one, for example, 1876, the Hamburg Massacre. White farmers attacked a black militia in Hamburg, South Carolina, with 7 killed. Well, why was the blacks militiaing? What's going on? That is far past the Civil War. So, what else? I don't care about Wimbledon. 1898, U.S. President McKinley signed the Organic Act to annex Hawaii. And as I said yesterday, that what we did to get Hawaii to become a territory and then a state was truly abysmal. Just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, you know about that.
Yeah, it really was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got a presidential convention in 1908. The Democratic Party met in Denver at the start of their convention. William Jennings Bryan was nominated as presidential nominee. All right, and he was a U.S. Secretary of State for a while. And we have the Great White Fleet in 1908 as well. U.S. Navy's Great White Fleet left San Francisco Bay. Yep, and that was our fleet, that we painted white and we sent to circumnavigate the entire planet as a show of military might to the rest of the world. That was all the way back before the First World War. We got Olympic gold in 1912. U.S. athlete Jim Thorpe won 4 of 5 events to win the pentathlon gold medal at the Stockholm Olympics. Medal stripped in 1913 because he played pro baseball. It was later reinstated in 1982. Wow. So, yeah, that's right, because, there was a thing. If you were in the Olympics, you can't play professional sports, which is kind of stupid, because you'd think that the first people to go into Olympics would be pro sport people. So... But, yeah, they took away his medal because he played pro baseball. That's really dumb. Moving on to 1914, Baltimore Orioles owner Jack Dunn offered future baseball legend Babe Ruth, Ernie Shore, and Ben Egan for $10,000 to Connie Mack of the Philadelphia A's, refused, pleading lack of finance. All right. Let's see here. Don't care about Wimbledon. Trying to see if there's anything interesting in between. We got a historic invention here in 1928. Sliced bread sold for the first time by the Chillicothe Baking Company in Missouri using a machine invented by Otto Frederick Rohrwetter, described as the greatest forward step in the baking industry since bread was wrapped. All right, so that's pretty interesting. We've all grown up with the saying "Oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread." Well, what was the saying before that? This is the best thing since bread was wrapped. That's weird. That's not weird. That's interesting. To think the sayings before the sayings, and that makes me wonder what was the saying before that now. So if anybody wants to go down that rabbit hole, tell us in the comment section, please, by all means, do so. Moving on up into 1930, construction began on the Boulder Dam, later to be renamed Hoover Dam. I've been there. So it's a really interesting dam. So, and 1932, Australian cricket batsman supreme Don Bradman scored a double century during a goodwill tour in Montreal, Canada, mate. Oh, well, look at that. He swim sham in the Tim Tam. Oh my God. Roving gang of Aussie bikers are going to assassinate me. I just know it. But let's see here. 1936, RCA showed the first real TV program, dancing, film on locomotives, Bonwit Teller fashion show, and monologue from Tobacco Road and comedy. Okay, whatever a real TV program is, like reality show? That's interesting. What else do we have here? 1939? No, that's tennis. I don't care about that. But 1941, Nazis executed 5,000 Jews in Kovono, Lithuania. Yikes. But while that was happening, U.S. forces landed in Iceland to forestall a Nazi invasion. So basically invading before they invade to prevent them from invading, so we can invade them later. Like it's like Uno, but with invasions. Oh. What else do we have? We have a knighthood in 1942. John Maynard Keynes took his seat in the British House of Lords as Baron Keynes of Tilton after being knighted. All right. Oh, wow. This is impressive here. 1942 as well. Milt All-Star team, including Bob Feller, lost to American League All-Stars 5-0. Wow. That's painful there. We have another event of interest in 1943. Japanese Premier Hideki Tojo visited Java. Okay. I don't know why that's highlighted. You know. Miss Allie Kablowie.
Yo.
Welcome to the show. We are already...
It's been a long time.
I know. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything interesting.
So where are we at, boys?
Ooh, I don't know why this is not highlighted, but this is massive. Miss Allie, would you care to take...
All right, we have Oh, yeah, absolutely. 1947, we have alleged... What the heck? Oh, I keep saying you're stupid. Right, alleged and disputed Roswell UFO incident happened. Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah, I thought that was in the 50s, but that's right. It was 47. So... Because this is the one with, like...
the year before my parents were born.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
But this next one here is pretty cool.
What do we got here? Are you taking 40? Are you talking about 1948 or the sports history?
Both.
All right, 1948. We have 6 female reservists become first women sworn into regular U.S. Navy.
That's
pretty
awesome.
wicked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome. And then also, same day, same year, 1948, Cleveland Indians stunned Major League Baseball by signing 42-year-old veteran Negro Leagues pitcher Satchel Paige.
Huh. All right.
Why did they have to put Negro in there?
Well, that's what the league was called back in the day. Like, that was the actual name. Like, because they had segregated baseball back in the time. So, you know, the blacks played their own league, the whites played their own, and it wasn't until Reggie Jackson, right? Like, I think.
No, Reggie Jackson played in, like, the 70s and 80s.
Okay, so...
Wasn't Reggie Jackson in, like, Naked Gun?
Reggie Jackson, maybe. Like, I think I'm confusing...
Yeah, he was like, I must kill the Queen. He was trying to kill Queen Elizabeth because he had a plant thing in him, or whatever.
Black baseball player who destroyed segregation. Like, what was the guy's name? Breaking Color. Jackie Robinson.
Yeah,
so it was a different Jackie. Jackie Robinson. So.
Well, his name was Reggie Jackson. That's Jackie Robinson.
Well, Jack. There's a Jack in there, so I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Hey, the fact that I kind of know about something, you know, means like now I gotta know right off the top of my head. But I mean, you know, I care enough, you know, that like I know something happened. So. But let's see. There's golf. There's Wimbledon. What?
Never. I was gonna say, but your Pops, Golden Moon, like quite a bit about the baseball stuff. So.
Yeah. We have an event of interest here in 1953. Che Guevara set out on a trip through Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, and El Salvador. Wow. That guy's going on a tour. Oh. Damn. Are you okay there?
Excuse me.
Are you going to make it?
No, nothing big. Sorry about that.
Anyway, we got some more sports history here. 1954, British runner Jim Peters, 17 minutes ahead of any rival, collapsed on the final stadium lap of the Commonwealth Games marathon in Vancouver. That sucks. He hit a wall and the wall hit him back.
Well, it's Canadians. What do you?
He was British. He was a British though.
Oh.
Alice, it says here British runner. So he was in Canada, but he wasn't a Canuck. He's a Brit. One of them tea drinkers. 1956, Hancock's Half Hour premiered as a TV show starring Tony Hancock and Sid James, written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson. All right. And then let's see here. Miss Alice, you got an event of interest if you want to go for it.
Yeah, we got 1958. President Eisenhower signed a bill approving Alaskan statehood.
Ah, go Alaska.
Go Alaska. Indeed. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
If you're hearing background noise, it's because we actually got some nice rain finally.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Well, you can either take that sports history or the two 1960s after it are both interesting.
Oh, I was actually going to go for those ones. So.
All right.
I'm going to go for 1916. U.S. cemetery officially opens at Margareten, Netherlands.
Well, that's interesting. So a cemetery for a country outside of its own host country. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which there is one. I do know that there is a U.S. cemetery in Normandy, France. For all the soldiers who fell invading that to take Nazi Prussian away from the French. So there's a lot, and I think that's where Patton was buried. Actually, like he could have very easily been buried at Arlington, but he wanted to be buried with his soldiers in Normandy. So I think that's where
he wanted to be buried where all the people that were under him that fought and died for our freedom. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, like that was, those were all his soldiers. Like the command took him away because of PR crap. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been there if he could have been. I would have. I would imagine maybe.
Yeah. Well, like it's interesting because like yesterday's show is actually the anniversary. We talked about one of the articles was the anniversary of when Patton finally did land in Normandy. Like long after the invasion. It's already been a month. Yeah. But still, now he's finally there. Cool.
Yeah. And then we also have the same day, same year, 1960, the USSR shoots down a U.S. aircraft over the Barents Sea.
Oh, that's an act of war right there.
But where is the Barents Sea exactly? Because I know where the Bering Sea is. That's between Russia and Alaska, but...
Barents Sea. The Barents Sea is a marginal sea of the Arctic Ocean located off the northern coasts of Norway and Russia and divided between the Norwegian and Russian territorial waters. So they could have shot it down and claimed that they went into their territory. So I can understand why they shot. That was nowhere near our jurisdiction. So, but there it is. There's the sea right there. So up over there. Huh.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, but yeah, because I figured it. I knew it was probably somewhere around the Scandinavian area, but I just couldn't remember if I was right or not. But I just wanted to double check on that. So
yeah. You're right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have next here? We have James R. Hoffa elected chairman of the Teamsters in 1961.
Ah. And the Teamsters, they're the organization for like the Teamster Union and all that stuff. They're the distribution and logistics people, right?
Well, no, the unions.
Yeah.
He was a union guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they still haven't found his body to this day, nor will they ever.
Wait, what happened?
Packers Stadium.
What
It's in
happened?
the Packers Stadium.
Buried in the Packers Stadium.
According to Louis Kablooey, it's buried in the Packers Stadium.
But
So
why?
my dad-
What happened? Was he involved in some political thing?
I don't know.
Like why?
Maybe he was just a Packer fan.
No, but it just sounds like a conspiracy. Like why is he buried there? Like,
Well, someone said that he was buried under home plate in Yankees Stadium.
huh? Well, only time will see if that's real. I mean, crazier things have happened. They have found like an ancient medieval king buried in a parking lot. You know, where like the church
Yeah,
he was
they
buried
did.
in used to be. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
out in England. Yeah, I mean, you never know. But I think they actually did undig the home plate just to see, and I don't think they found it. So I
Well-
think he was just fed to pigs. So
oh God. Anyway, you got a music recording here, and like two really big names in
well,
music.
I've already done 3. It's your turn.
Oh, all right. 1965. 65. We have Otis Redding record the song "Respect" (RESPECT) at Stack Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. Later became a signature piece for Aretha Franklin. Yep.
Yep. RESPECT. That's what it means to me. Yep.
Now, wasn't Otis Redding in what was it called? Animal House.
Otis Day in the Night.
Otis Day. So another Otis. So once again, like I'm getting names confused. Like like an Otis. Like so. All
Yeah,
right.
it's Otis Day in the Nights, I think is what it's called.
I
or
think
whatever.
you're right. So I just saw
Yeah,
Otis,
they
and I'm
do
like,
that. You make me want to shout.
oh. And in 1966, obscenity ban for naked lunch by William S. Burroughs was overturned by the Massachusetts Supreme Court after testimony by Allen Ginsberg and Norman Mailer. All right.
You might want to do this one right below it because that's a big one right there.
Yep, 1965, and believe it or not, the Golden Moons was actually friends with the drummer of the Doors.
Yep.
Yep,
Your pops was
yep.
pretty wicked.
The
Your
Doors,
chips are still.
Light My Fire, hit number 1. All right.
Yep.
And we have tennis. I don't care about that. I don't care about golf. Okay, here we go. 1969, Canada's House of Commons approved equality of French/English language.
Oh.
I disagree with that because the French are all uppity, and whenever you get into their area, they turn their nose up at you unless you speak fluent. It's just like, go back to France then, you know? Like, this is America. We have a Hall of Fame thing here. I think it's your turn, right, Alice? 71?
Yep. 71. Major League Baseball Commissioner Bowie Kuhn,
Bowie Kuhn.
announces that Negro League players elected to Baseball Hall of Fame to be given full membership in the museum.
I agree. Like, yes,
absolutely.
they play
I just don't
baseball.
like how they say Negro.
Well,
but,
as I
mean,
said before, that's the name of the actual league. You know, like
Yeah,
because
I know.
yeah, well, like by this time I believe that league had disbanded, but they're retroactively putting like players of that league because segregation and then desegregation, and they're playing. They're putting all the people who were segregated in their own league, rolling them up into the whole shebang, which they should. I 100% fully agree with that.
Oh, dude, here we go.
No.
We got one here. 1972, first women FBI members sworn in. Susan Lynn Rowley and Joanne E. Pierce were first women to enter the FBI in 1972.
All right.
Ironically, it was the last year that Minnesota was a red state.
Ha! 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 I wonder if there's any correlation. That makes me,
Well, I'm going to take the one right below it, too, because, I am Lady Death, also known as
Yeah,
that.
actually, I wanted you to take that. That was interesting.
Yeah, so we have in 1972, same day, same year, 7 people are killed in separate incidents across Northern Ireland. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the NRA and everything like that.
Yeah, the Troubles,
And
probably.
the British, thing, like the Troubles and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what year was the Troubles again? I can't remember.
Well, I think that was in the middle of it, but the Troubles. Years. 1968 through 98. So, yeah, this was in the middle of it.
Yep.
Like,
This is part of the Troubles. Well, at the beginning of it, actually, because we're in 72, so.
yeah, well, in the first 4 years. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's when it was the most. But anyways, I think those were my 3, actually, so it's your turn.
We have another 1972 here. Dutch Minister of AGT, Agriculture. I don't know. Decides to ignore soft drug usage. All right.
Okay.
All right. And then 1972 as well, we have an event of interest. Secret talks between IRA, the Irish Republican Army, and British government. Gary Adams is part of a delegation to London for talks with the British government. So yeah, we were talking about
It's
troubles.
Jerry. It's actually Jerry, not Gary.
Jerry, okay.
It would be Gary. It's Gerry.
Oh,
So
whatever.
it's Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jerry, Gary, it's all the same.
Oh, well, this is terrifying. 1973, 78 people drowned as flash floods swept a bus into a river in India. Holy crap.
Oh, dude, we've talked about this last year.
Probably. Like, there's been so
More
many...
likely.
I don't think we spoke about this specific incident, but, like, there's been so many, flash floods and drownings and bus incidents and this and that. Like, it is shocking. Like... India has absolutely like no regulations with their mass transit system. Like everybody, it's become a meme. Like they made fun of it on Family Guy, where like the whole train pulled up, it was just covered in people, and a bunch of chickens like came out, and Stewie's like, "Oh, I wonder if those chickens had to pay for tickets." It's like,
Oh God.
yeah,
Fucking Family Guy.
yep. But anyway, 73 as well. 70 Shoelace Park in the Bronx was named. Okay.
Oh, never
All
been
right.
to the Bronx. Never been to New York. So.
I've been to New York.
Lucky you.
It was wild. Like literally block to block is different. Like there's this one block, and you had like Porsches and Mercedes Benzes on the street, in front of these beautiful houses. And I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. You cross the street, and it's a freaking dilapidated dump. It's the ghetto. And I'm not even joking. Like I'm not being funny. There was a bus.
Oh, wow.
There was a bus upside down on fire with people in it, and everybody was just walking around like it was just nothing. Just like, wow, New York is not. That was back in 2003. So
Yeah. Well, we have a 1974 here.
I knew you'd take that.
Yeah, I was gonna go for it. Yep. New Zealand imposes a blanket ban on sports teams from South Africa.
That has to be in response to apartheid.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's what I would have to think. So.
Yep.
We also have lovely 1977. We're gonna move up to. We have The Spy Who Loved Me, 10th James Bond film starring Roger Moore and Barbara Bach. Premieres in London. Oh, I love that one. The Spy Who Loved Me.
Now, why did they use an old photo of Roger Moore from back in that time, but then they use a modern day like Barbara Bach? It's like, James Bond would not go after that. Like.
Probably because Roger Moore passed away a few years back.
Okay, yeah. I'm just saying that is not the best photo they could have used for, a female lead in James Bond.
She's used from the era of The Spy Who Loved Me, but she still looks beautiful.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But you got another 77 here. Holy crap.
Oh, Lord.
What happened?
We have 12,000, in 1977, we have 12,000 police occupy the University of Mexico City.
12,000 police? Why? What happened? That is a military action. That is a military action right there.
Yeah, well, what for? Can you look it up real quick?
Yeah, I can actually. Let's see here.
Look it up?
Oh, let me search for it. There we go. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the internet.
No. I figured that. I can see what you're doing on your computer here.
Police in Peru. But that's Peru. That's not Mexico.
Well, they were a little wrong on our news. Hi-yo.
Salvadorian Civil War. But it's not telling me.
Oh, wow. They just don't want us to know about that.
Well, here's a website. Well, this is just another article. It's not telling me more. So, well, if anybody can, if anybody in the audience can go down this rabbit hole and tell us what happened in the comments section, that'd be delightful.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but here we go.
Oh, there we go. 1978, the Solomon Islands declares independence from the United Kingdom.
All right.
Oh, just drove by. That's what that was.
That's another independent, from the UK. Remember we were talking about that on the Peanut? Like, how July has, a lot of, countries becoming, independent, or in Canada's case, unified?
Mm.
You were there.
Yeah.
Because,
I was there.
July 1st was Canada Day. I know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's the anniversary not of their independence, because they still answer to the British Crown, even though they have governmental autonomy. They still, in writing, they are still a colony of British, and French and such. But that's their anniversary of their unification, like how the different territories like formed into one nation, So.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we know.
Yep. We got boxing title fight in 1980. U.S. boxer Larry Holmes scored a 7th-round technical knockout of Scott Ledoux in Bloomington, Minnesota, in defense of his WBC heavyweight title. Hey, Minnesota, the state you were born next to.
No, shut the fuck up, dude. I was born in Minnesota. Shut up with that.
I know you're from Wisconsin, Alice.
No, I'm from Minnesota. Stop that. I actually.
We all know we all know you're a Packers fan, Alice. You don't need to hide.
Dude, shut the fuck up with that crap. No, dude, no. Like, I actually Bloomington, Minnesota. That's the same town that the Mall of America is in, and it's about a 15-minute drive from where I grew up. So no, that's not Wisconsin.
I love it how you try to make fun of me, and then I just always get you with the Wisconsin thing. But yo, what's up, KR? How you doing, man?
Yeah, let's have him read some here. We got some cricket history for him.
Oh no, let's not subjugate him to cricket right out of the chute. That's not nice.
Jim. No, we got 1980. Jim King completes riding Miracle Strip roller coaster for 368 hours.
Yeah, that's a thing. People ride roller coasters for sets amount of time to do records and whatnot.
Yeah, we'll get here in a second, dude.
But there's another one right before that in 80. You want to take that too?
Oh yeah, in 1980 as well, same day, same year. Institution of Sharia law in Iran.
Yikes.
Or Iran. I have a really crappy joke I made up back in middle school. I ran until I tripped over Iraq.
Ha! Yo!
I know, it's really bad.
Yo, you should tell KR here your Flintstones joke.
Oh, yeah. What's the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi? The people of Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but Abu Dhabi do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's the best dad joke ever.
I think you told me that one.
Oh, I could have sworn I had, but, you never know.
But anyway, KR, if you want to read, I have it up on my screen, or there's a link in the where is it? TDH script channel. But you can chill and just be an audience member, up to you.
Yeah, I'm just here to chill, bro.
All right.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. It's your turn now, dude.
Yep. 1981, Sandra Day O'Connor was nominated for the Supreme Court, the first female Supreme Court justice. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while that was happening, the solar-powered aircraft Solar Challenger successfully completed a 163-mile flight across the English Channel. Cool.
There we go.
Ooh, that's neat.
And then
the Challenger. Only for 1986 for it to blow up.
Well, no, that's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Yeah, I know. I know. I just wanted to say it just for fun.
Wow, people died.
Wow.
Jesus, Alice.
Sorry, I am known as Lady Death.
Yeah, true. 1983, here's an eyebrow raiser. 11-year-old Samantha Smith of Manchester, Maine, left for the USSR. 11-year-old defected from the U.S. to the Soviet Union. What?
Well?
What?
Did she emancipate herself or something?
I don't know. That's weird.
Maybe we can talk about that in the Peanut on Sunday. Put that in a thing for Kicking the Peanut about this chick.
Yeah, let me copy and paste that real quick.
Because that one actually kind of sounds like an interesting thing, but I do want to talk about the Peanut, the cocaine in the White House.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me remake the Peanut channel actually really quick to refresh the topics.
Yeah, because I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, they could find everybody that was at January 6th, but not the owner of the cocaine.
Oh yeah. But anyway, 1986,
we have? We're in the
U.S.
80s.
athlete Jackie Joyner Kersee set world heptathlon. I can't pronounce heptathlon
Heptathlon.
record of 7,148 points in the inaugural Goodwill Games at Moscow. Cool. That's a lot of points.
Oh, that's what it was called. I was trying to like say like another like instead of like like Salvation Army, is like, what's another one of those stores? Oh, the Goodwill. That's right.
Well, a Goodwill is not what you think it is. They are 100% pure profit. They do not donate. They do not support people in need. They do not give out anything for free. Everything donated literally goes right into the pockets of the CEO, and other company officials. Nothing, absolutely 0% goes towards actual goodwill thing. They're utilizing the name to gaslight people into thinking they're actually doing something nice. You want research before you donate. Salvation Army, I always go there when I donate stuff because they actually do help out the needy. So
Yeah. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
only when I feed you something spicy. Anyway, Miss Alice, do you want to take this music history in '86?
Yeah, that's why I was singing that song. 1986? Yeah. It is reported that Boyd Birch from Culture Club, if you don't know who he's from, he did the Do You Really Want to Hurt Me song. He's being treated for a heroin addiction.
Yikes. All right.
All right, hang on a second. Why is your there we go. I'm gonna move your screen there. Now we have 1986 Soviet general and spy for the U.S. Dmitry Polyakov, arrested in retirement in Russia, was executed 2 years later in 1988.
Yikes.
Wow.
Oh, so he was a spy for the U.S., so that's why.
Yep.
All right.
He returned back for retirement, and they executed him for being a spy. Well, that was very smart of him.
Yeah.
We have 1987 here. Kiwanis clubs and men-only tradition to vote to admit women.
All right. So no longer men only. Cool.
All right, yeah. I think those were my three.
Yep. Moving on up to 1987, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, a.k.a. Ollie North, like from the American Dad song, like Stan Smith did, began the public testimony at Iran-Contra hearing. And didn't he recently say something about Iran should have missiles or something, despite him saying that they shouldn't, like 30 years ago, or something like that?
I don't know about that, but I just know it's not a good idea to give nuclear arms to Iran because, like, not only could they eventually one day bomb the United States, but who else would they bomb? Like, with it, like, I just think. But then again, like, who am I to say? I'm not like a expert on this or anything, so.
Well, all I know is you can't hug your children with nuclear arms. So, yeah.
There's no time for queefing when there's a war.
Alice, let's keep the show clean, please.
Anyway,
Anyway, 1988, 5 prominent anti-apartheid activists are released in Cape Town, South Africa, after being detained for up to 2 years under the International Security Act, or Internal Security Act. So, basically, political dissidents being held captive because the corrupt politicians that control things. Well, same old business as usual. While that was happening in 1988 as well, Hungarian state funeral for composer Béla Bartók in Budapest, 42 years after his death, with his remains relocated from New York. All right.
Oh wow, that's kind of interesting.
Oh, here's something interesting, kind of.
Kinda. I love how you just go, kinda.
Well, I mean, because it was unsuccessful, but still, You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Alice.
Read it.
I thought it was your turn.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, yeah, it is. I guess you did your three. 1988, Soviet Union launches Phobos 1 to probe Martian moon, and it was unsuccessful.
All right. What is Russia doing probing Mars's moon? I thought aliens were the ones that's supposed to stick things into a book.
Maybe they just like to probe things.
Oh, here you go.
Hi-yo. Yes. So we have here in 1989, concert by Grateful Dead with Bruce Hornsby and The Range becomes the final event at JFK's Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 6 days before the structure is condemned.
Yikes.
Oh,
Wasn't there something recent that happened?
that's unfortunate.
Wasn't there something recent that happened in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Like, people died or something?
Fucking mass shooting. A mass shooting.
Oh, yeah, that's right, on the 4th. Yeah, okay. 5 people were dead or something, yeah. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if they caught the shooters or not. I think they're still at large.
Well, they would have if they're white.
They might have caught them. I don't know. Well, we can maybe touch base on that if we in the peanut, I guess. But I don't know.
I would like to talk about that because there's a few things I'd like to say, but not on this show. At least.
Just throw that in the peanut, just like so we can touch base and like get any updates and stuff about it. So yeah that'd be fine. What else do we have here?
The music concert.
We have that music event.
Go for it.
We have another event. Oh yeah, we have the first 3 tenors concert featuring Placido Domingo, Jose Carreras, Carrera.
No. Oh God.
And Luciano Pavarotti at Bass at Carcacalia in Rome. Recording becomes the world's best-selling classical record.
That reminds me of Pavarotti, one of the greatest opera singers of all time. Like Futurama Pavarotti. There's one scene where Bender apparently had Pavarotti in his chest, and like he throws him away, and he like sings in opera, or he screams in opera. So here we go.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of Lucy Loos.
Yeah, he just like throws Pavarotti's head away. He's like, no.
Oh, like, no, I would argue that I think Andrea Bocelli was a really good opera singer.
Bocelli, definitely. Andrea Bocelli is one of the greatest of all time. Like, beautiful singer.
Absolutely, that's what I was gonna say.
And
well, also, I guess some would argue that Sarah Brightman, she's a chick, but she's considered an opera singer too.
Well, women can be opera singers. Dude, women have been in opera forever. Like, like the fat ladies in the Viking costumes, all women have always been in opera.
This was a musical technically by Andrew Lloyd Webber, but it was Sarah Brightman, this Michael something. It almost sounds like Michael Crichton, but it's not. But because Michael Crichton's an author. But when she does the scales in the song "The Phantom of the Opera," you can actually hear her freaking range, and it's mind-boggling to me. But she's probably not the best, but I actually love her work. So.
Well, I might be a little biased with Bocelli because he was my mom's favorite, opera singer. So, but he's
also a lot of people don't realize that. Well, most people do, but not everybody, especially the younger viewers, know that he's a blind opera singer. So he's blind.
Well, one of the most famous opera songs of all time, Conti Partito, which everybody knows. I think that originated from him. I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's move on up here. First off, though, we have Swanson. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hello, Swanson.
Hello.
I guess he's not there.
Do you want to read some articles?
I don't think he's there. He's not replying to us. We're going to move on up to 1992. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. After undergoing the traditional 5-year waiting procedure, Czech tennis star Ivan Lendl officially became a U.S. citizen. Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Welcome to Boulder. Welcome to America.
Yep. But let's see here. 1992 as well. South Africa defeated Cameroon. By the way, Alice, we got a lot of a win from you. If you don't mind muting when you're not talking, please. South Africa defeated Cameroon 1-0 in Durban in first FIFA-sanctioned match after nearly 20 years international isolation. Apartheid. Yikes. So, more apartheid stuff.
I actually popped to get some food with the man real quick, so I pop in for a little bit and do this. So I'm gonna pop out to go get some food real quickly, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
All right, I love you boys. You guys on the History Show who are watching, we love you very much, and I shall be back. Hopefully, I'll be back before the show is ended. So, 1996.
You want to take a turn before you head out?
Yeah, I'll take this one real quick. 1996. The Mandela Effect. Nelson Mandela steps down as president of South Africa.
Yep. What he had to do to
All
get
right,
that
but
position, yeah. Yeah, enjoy your food, Ali Kablawi. We'll see you later. Maybe you'll join us in Talkness later.
Actually, can I just do this one more, the sports history of 2001?
Go for it. I kind of wanted this one first, though.
Okay, fine. I'll do both of those and then I'll go.
All right.
All right. So, 1997 in Tower, Minnesota, temperature dipped 24 degrees Fahrenheit.
You roboted
Actually,
to hell
that's-
and gone with that.
Oh, shoot. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, I know this town because I go camping with my dad up there in this town.
Oh, cool.
So in 1997, Tower, Minnesota, in July, the temperature dipped down to 24 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy, that is cold for July.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right off of Tower, Minnesota's right off of Lake Vermilion,
Okay.
and I think it's like the fourth largest lake in Minnesota that doesn't include the like Lake Superior.
Huh.
So
That's weird. I thought you would have wanted camping to go camping a little bit more local in Wisconsin, but
oh, you just stop that with that. God damn it.
oh, you're so easy.
Bouncing around. Look at you. You're just all excited, but every time you do it.
Oh man.
Oh God, one of these dude, I'm gonna slap you right in the mouth when I see you. But then also sports history in 2001, in his first appearance at Daytona since the death of his father, Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the Pepsi 400, coming from 7th with 9 laps remaining to beat the teammate Michael Waltrip.
You know, I don't know why.
So this is right after.
I don't know why they don't have a picture of Dale Earnhardt Jr. here, because it's about him. Like, this is after this guy died.
Well, it's after the death of his father. Actually, when Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt died, my cousin took over his sponsorship for Goodwrench, and he was number 29 for that. Yeah. So that's the only reason why I wanted to read this for NASCAR.
But I just want to say this is a visual representation of living in your father's shadow. Like, even after he's dead, you know, this article is about Junior, but the only person who's even like linkable is Dale Earnhardt Sr. Like, that is rough. You know?
Why didn't they put a picture of him? Why didn't they put a picture of him there? That really pisses me off.
It does.
Because after his dad died, like, his son, like, made strides. Actually, I believe my cousin and him were, like, partners or, like, co-team people, like, where they worked together in racing. So, his teammate was Dale Earnhardt Jr. one juncture.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently I think my cousin's actually finally retiring from NASCAR this year, or he did last year. I think it's this year he's retiring. So anyways, I'm gonna go get some food with my man, but you guys enjoy the rest of the history show. Oh my God, it's the Pope.
Yep. We're gonna get to him in a second. Have a good one, Ali Kablawi, Fee Fi Fofally, Zip Zap Zally, Ali.
Bye, Zandy, Bobammy, Fee Fi Family, Beep Bop, Boop Boop Boop, Zandy. All right, I love you boys. You guys have fun with the rest of the history show. I'll be back later.
Toodly Woodley.
And don't forget to come to the Kick in the Peanut on Sunday.
Yep.
Moving
on up to 2006. Cleveland Indians first baseman Travis Hafner became the first player in MLB history to hit 5 grand slams before the All-Star break, winning homers off Baltimore's Chris Benson. Wow. Nice. 365 days later, 2007, Pope Benedict XVI issued the apostolic letter Summorum Pontificum, removing restrictions on celebrating the Old Tridentine Mass. Okay, so cool for that. We got the Live Earth Concert 2007, worldwide charity concert event. Live Earth took place at 12 venues on 7 continents. Performers included Genesis, Keith Urban, Foo Fighters, John Legend, Melissa Etheridge, Dave Matthews Band, The Police, Roger Walters, Madonna, Alicia Keys, Garth Brooks, Crowded House, this is a crowded house, Jack Johnson, Shakira, Soweto Gospel Choir, Angelique Kidjo, UB40, Jack Johnson, Linkin Park, Rihanna, Pharrell Williams, Yusuf Islam, Sarah Brightman, and Nunatak. Holy cannoli, that is a lot of people. 12 venues, 7 continents. This is a worldwide event. That is awesome. But why is only Roger Walters the only guy there? You know, like all those names, and the only guy who's even linkable is Roger. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people will have their own articles on this site. So that's another thing annoying me right there. We're going to move on to film premiere in 2011, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The last Harry Potter film premiered in London. All right. Well, thank God all that's over. Let's see here. More at Wimbledon. I don't care. What is this? 2014, Israel launched a counter-terrorist operation dubbed Operation Protective Eagle against Hamas in Gaza. Yeah. All right. How can you protect if you're going on the offense? That's not protection. That's aggression. So once again, people got to realize Israel is a hyper-aggressive nation that utilizes social stigmas to validate and hide behind their activities. So I mean, like, you don't believe me? Go to Google Maps. Palestine isn't even on there anymore. So I mean, I'm just spouting facts. But let's see here. We got 2016, deadlock in battle for Aleppo broken when Russian airstrikes cut rebel access to the city. 250,000 people put under siege. Wow. That's a lot. While that was going on, 2016 as well, in Dallas, Texas, a lone gunman shot and killed 5 police officers, wounding others during a protest march against fatal police shootings of black U.S. citizens. Okay. So more of this insanity. Let's see here. 2017, United Nations Nuclear Weapon Ban Treaty adopted in New York without participation of nuclear countries. Okay, whatever the heck that means. We have some more FIFA. Who cares about soccer? 2019, Mississippi closed all its beaches due to toxic algae bloom due to flooding of the Mississippi River. Yikes. So... but while that was happening, Nigeria, Africa's biggest economy, joined the African Continental Free Trade Area, the ACFTA, in an attempt to create world's largest free trade area. Cool. Go for it. Like, you know, it's awesome when these smaller, you know, in poverty-stricken nations, you do things like, just yesterday, like the first signatory of the UN was, what, Nicaragua, I believe? Like, let me double check this here. First signatory of the UN Charter. Who signed the first UN Charter? Okay, but who are the original? Well, it's not letting me know here. But I believe, yeah, it was yesterday. I believe it was Nicaragua. But we got to move on up here. I'm not going to cover the pandemic because that's all crap. But let's see here. Blah 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 blah. This one's a yikes. 2021, Haiti President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated in his home in Pétionville, Haiti. State of emergency was then declared across the country. 2021, here's interesting. World's biggest sandcastle, 21.16 feet high, or 21.16 something high, I guess meters, I don't know. 69.4 feet, using nearly 5,000 tons of sand, was completed in Blokløs, Denmark. I'm going to have to look that up here real quick, actually. Let's see here. World's largest sand castle. Oh, that's a cool castle. Awesome. I think I've seen pictures of that. So, yeah. What else do we have? 2022, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced his resignation at Downing Street after pressure from and mass resignations of his ministers. Yeah, piece of garbage that guy is. And then last but not least, 2022, just this time last year, U.S. scientists began in the search of dark matter with a device in a former gold mine in Leeds, South Dakota. Cool. All right. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Go check out our link tree. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 12 Mountain, 1 Central, and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Eo Xander. In the live studio audience here, we have... That's when you say your name, KR?
Yo.
Yo.
King's Refuge here.
Yes. Go check him out. He's in our affiliates section on the link tree. He does his own streams and whatnot. But we also had Ali Kablawi, we had Muffin, and we also had Vinny in the show earlier today. Anyway, until you guys check us out tomorrow, or if you're interested in some notable events, weather, and sports, some news, we have the Omni Coalition News Show coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Anyway, until you see us next time, until then, whatever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe.